Hitting the notification bell will update you each and every time. Ooh, I'm uploading something new. I apologize, guys. I am really not feeling that good. I'm getting dizzy and shit. Like, it's fucking crazy. I went yesterday to get tested for COVID. Went to the clinic this morning, and then I have another doctor's appointment. I'm trying to schedule um, just to, make sure everything is all good in the hood, okay? Um, I'm just one of those people that when I come down with Southern Child, COVID is at an all-time high, snatching the girls in the middle of the night and taking them to death's door. So, bitch, I want to make sure that I'm good because a lot of what I got going on is like I feel like it's respiratory, even though I'm about to smoke a goddamn cigarette. But, child, it is what it is. Please don't judge me, okay? I appreciate y'all for coming through again. Good morning, good morning. I was actually going to wait until I started to feel a little bit better to bring this commentary, and I actually was going to do a pre-recorded video with edits and shit like that because I had a really funny thing that I wanted to do. No shade to Delicious, bitch. No shade, honey. No shade. I wasn't even going to start off on this. Let me start this real quick. I'm going to acknowledge the chat, but this is what I had in mind. See, because I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the Nightmare Before Christmas, bitch, but like this was all I was getting this episode. I don't know if y'all can see that. Is that good? Can y'all see this? Hold on a second. Can y'all see that? Anyway, this I don't know what's going on with this light this morning, girl. What is wrong with this light? I just had it. Anyway, the Nightmare Before Christmas, bitch. That's the tea that I was being served in this episode, okay? But I'm not here to shade. I'm not here to shade, honey. Y'all know what we do over here. Welcome to the House of Justice, where truth is served, bitch. Okay, and I'm gonna do my very best to give an all around. Thought I saw something moving, bitch. Okay, no God, no God, honey, bitch. Thought I saw something moving. No God. But good morning, Miss Witt, Tiffany, Nicole. Good morning, Mama of Six, Ashton. What's up, Hot Boys and Houston's in the building? Hey, man. Jason Ambition. Hey, honey. Right to be told. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, boo? Miss Witt, how are you? Elaine Smith. Oh, I'm sorry, you got to go to work, baby. Hello, Chantel. How are you, baby? Miss Trish. Good morning. Brianna. Hey, boo. Hey. Miss Witt, I'm trying, child. I'm went to the store today before I went to the damn clinic, bitch. Okay, and got me some. What did I get? Some Vicks vapor shower shit, so it can flow through the doll, honey, and I can become resurrected, bitch. Okay, got me some damn ginger ale to help, huh? To help. Hello, Jesus. And I know I'm not making it any better by smoking cigarettes, but anyway, um, girl, what the hell is going on out there? Jesus, every time, every fucking time. What's up, Dre? How you doing, baby? Another hot boy in the building. How are you? Yes, honey. Mimi, good morning. John Jordan, hey. You are one of my favorite viewers to please just have a conversation and do not bash. I think it's a bigger picture when it comes to this episode. Oh, definitely. I'm not gonna do any shading. I'm gonna give truth. I'm gonna serve truth. Ooh, honey, let me not get myself because for some reason every time I overexert, I get dizzy and then my chest go to hurting, bitch. So that's why we're not gonna do any shading. It takes too much for that. I'm just gonna get to the truth. We're gonna serve truth and justice in this bitch. Okay? I got you, John Jordan. Don't worry. She looked a mess every scene, especially with the child. This is Okay, so let's formalize this, shall we? Welcome again to YB Entertainment TV. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell. That way you're updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. And welcome everybody to my live review of G Status ATL Hustle Season 2, Episode 5, Part 1. It should be called Part None because the episode should not have aired. Okay. Um, let's get into in the words of Armand Wiggins, honey, let's get into some things, shall we? Peanutters, hey baby, haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Good morning. What's up, Really B? How are you? Little baby, what's tea? What other hot boys in the chat? I must be blocked. You ain't blocked? Unless you and Ashton are going through some things because Ashton is in the building. What's the tea? Child, that does sound like Rona knocked on your door. You take care of yourself. Right to be told, I love you down, baby, but I rebuke that in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay. I did go to the clinic today. They did the, preemptive shit, and I don't show any like of the real signs of COVID. They said, but bitch, I gotta wait 6 days, and I'm not here for that. So I may try to go get another one tomorrow somewhere else to see if they can give me a faster situation. Because I don't have time for that bullshit. I don't have time for that. What's up, Abby? Good morning, boo. How are you? Yes, God, honey. So, Ashton, even though we here for G Status, let us know. No tea, just coffee. Good morning. All right, did you block my husband? Are y'all fighting, child? What's the tea, Ashton? Child. Anyway, I'll have y'all on the channel probably this weekend sometime. Hopefully I'm feeling better by then. Because we got a lot of things to talk about. The dynamic of Hot Boys has changed, but we're not here for that right now. I love y'all, but we ain't here for that right now. We gotta get into some things. Bitch. First of all, if y'all have not caught episode 5 of G Status ATL Hustle, I suggest y'all go watch it. Especially bitch, how am I gonna call this a review and we only gonna focus on a few things? Before we jump into Delicious, before we jump into any of that, I want to give a nod to our guy. This episode definitely put him in a different light for me. I love it when I'm right. Hello, God. I love it when we begin to peel back the layers of the characters, especially the ones who we don't see it for in the beginning. The ones who we chastise and serve reeds and shade to because they come off like the evil people. My, how things have changed. Ain't it? I can't do it right now. Ain't it funny how life goes around? The same people you mistreated is your everything now. Ain't it funny? Oh, bitch. Ain't it funny? But our guy, I must say, honey, when you share your personal experiences, and I know, who the fuck are we? We don't know you. You don't know us. Why would you share your deepest, darkest? But bitch, I'm here for someone who can come to the altar with humility, who can, sit in front of the people and be humanized. Amen. And, that is a lot of our truths. We share a lot of the same experiences. We're going to need to have you on an episode of the Yes God Roundtable. You know how we do it, honey. We talk about real shit that affects our community. And I think when, you begin to open up and share these things, it's just like, wow, we are more alike than you would think. I understand with a show like this and with girls like this, why would you bear all? Hello, God, especially when we have seen in futures past and past futures or whatever the fuck however you want to word that shit, honey. People try to use your tea against you and they try to laugh at you instead of trying to sympathize with you. So I kind of understand why the girls don't come off so accessible or so in depth or so personal sometimes. You have to read the room, you have to test the waters, bitch. Okay. But this episode definitely put our guy in another light to me. I definitely would love to sit down and have a conversation with you. There seems to be more to you than meets the eye. And As it goes for Charlie, let's speak on Charlie just real quick. We didn't see him in this episode, but I just feel like now's the time. Hopefully, the next few episodes we begin to see people turn things around because what we're not gonna do. And let me just say this before we get into the real shit, because we're gonna spend some time, bitch. We're gonna spend some time. We're gonna spend some time on Delicious. We're gonna spend some time, bitch. But I want to say this, Ike. Ike reads the girls down for filth, bitch. Ike, let me tell you something. I can't laugh the way I want to laugh, bitch, but I had to rewind a lot of his confessionals. Bitch, he is the king of reads for this season of G Status ATL Hustle. Ike is coming for the kids. Bitch, whether what he's saying is true or not, I don't give a fuck. It's funny as hell, bitch. It is funny as hell. Takes drink. You ain't all that late, baby. We only about 16 minutes in. I really haven't gotten into any real commentary. But what's up, baby? Good morning. Bitch, when I read these girls, he's like, I live in an affluent part of Atlanta. Honey, I told the kids, honey, I live in an affluent part of Atlanta. And these girls, they live in upstream or whatever he said, girl. He was just talking shit. And I was here for it, honey. And he said some other shit I can't remember, but I know how it made me feel. And bitch, I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. We gotta have our guy back on, child, because our guy is just a good time. Like, he is no drama. He is just out here just trying to catch the breeze, honey. And bitch, just chill, okay? And I'm here for all of that shit. Because Ike, yes, God, honey, Ike is just here to have a good time, bitch. He's here to fuck the girls down, eat all their cakes, sing the girls down, bitch, okay? And he's here to read you for filth. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Ike. Bitch, I'm here for it, Ike. I'm here for it. And he brought up a good point. Even in his reading and his shade, he brought up something I have a question about. When we talk about the trans community, right? And the disrespect, hallelujah, the disrespect towards the trans community, we want to use the word, and y'all don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. God forbid I have COVID and I'm taken away. At least they say I told the truth, right? Okay. I have a problem with transsexual women sitting here telling me I'll fuck the shit out of you with my big old dick. But if I refer to you as a nigga, a guy, a dude, or anything other than female, you ready to fight me, bitch. You ready to call the girls on me, call the Council of the Queens, and have my gay card revoked. Yes, God, honey. That's what we ready for. Good morning, Ghetto View. How you doing, baby? Good morning. That's what we ready for, right? We ready to come down on me because I done made a mistake in addressing you in your proper pronoun. But it's okay for you to talk about how much you're going to fuck the shit out of someone, right? With your big old dick. Only guys have dicks, right? And even if you still have your dick, you still want us to address you as female, miss, her, she, right? I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, though. What else was in here before we get on to the shit? Sherrod had missed everything, so he was catching up with Lando. Lando was giving him all the tea, honey. And I don't think Lando really gave it all the way it was supposed to be given. Hello, guy. Yes, it does, Abby. You can't call yourself a female and then turn around and tell someone you're gonna fuck the shit out of them with your big ass dick. It defeats the purpose of you arguing the fact that you're a woman. At least that's my thought process on it, but we can agree to disagree on that. You can't hard down cuss me the fuck out and tell me that you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman, and then turn back around in the same breath and then tell me you're gonna pull your big ass dick out and you're gonna fuck the shit out of me. Now, if you told me to eat your pussy or suck your clit, then we are on the same page. But you told me that you're going to fuck, you have fucked me with your big ass dick. No. Mm-mm. And you know me, I don't walk too much in that politically correct space. I say how I feel. And, child, to each his own on that particular situation. But ain't no woman gonna sit here and tell me that she's gonna pull her big ass dick out and fuck me, and I'm still gonna address her as a female. No, that's nigga shit. That's nigga shit. That's guy shit. Boy shit. Now, I've heard a couple females tell me, okay, bitch, you can eat this pussy, suck this pussy, motherfucker. Those are the things that I've heard from females. But if a woman is telling me to suck her dick, I must assume you have a dick. I mean, that's just how, that's just, I mean, what? But you're not a trans woman saying that, though, Ebby. Think about that, the reality in that. If a trans woman is saying, suck my dick, we know that she has a dick. And I'm not even trying to laugh about the situation. I'm just keeping it real. Like, you're an actual female. We know you don't have a dick. So we know you don't mean it in a literal sense. Or even if it is a figurative of speech, we have to laugh it off. Because we know there is no way in hell that Ebby Reviews has an actual penis. I mean, hey, and I appreciate anybody sharing their experience or their thoughts on it or their opinions on it, but that's how I look at it. If you want to be addressed as a lady, as a woman, especially if you are trans, do not sit here and try to tell me that you're gonna fuck me with your big ass dick. And I ain't gonna turn around and say, nigga, please. Bruh, you playing. I want a trans woman to tell me that. I'll be like, nigga, please. And if they get disrespected, they just gonna get smacked the fuck down. Child, can y'all hear me okay? This fucking USB camera shit, you tap that motherfucker one good time and it's over with. What's up, Cats Meow? Good morning, baby. Do Mill was gonna talk about her using nigga and lynched. I'm definitely gonna have that conversation. Trust me, I'm here. Give me a minute, bitches. Shit. Fucking USB cords getting in my way. But yeah, so let's move on from that. There's this obvious thank you, Abby. What's up, little baby? Um there's this is one of the Yes God Roundtable episodes, so I don't want to get too much into it, but I think there is a need for a conference. There's a need for a conference because this episode and this past episode has definitely shown us that there is a lot of fuck shit. There is a lot of division within. We've already known it, but visually seeing it too, you have no choice but to call it out. So I think it's safe to say that there's an obvious division within our community. Um, and I think as Black queer, as Black LGBT identifiers, I think it is that time now to where we start asking the big question: who's really for us? When we can't even be for us, if that makes any sense. Y'all follow me on that? How the fuck? Okay, so let's just jump into it real quick. Delicious bitch. Come here. Come here. Come here, bitch. Come yonder. Me and Miss Chi Chi, we want to talk to you, daughter. We want to talk to you. Ain't that right, Miss Chi Chi? Yes, we want to talk to you. Come and talk to me. Come and talk, bitch. First and foremost, no, we ain't gonna Deanna. We ain't even gonna get. We're not gonna get too disrespectful. We're not gonna. There's a way we can come at things without being shady. There is. There's a. There's there. Let's gather. So we tried to. Well, I tried. Hello, God. I didn't try. I did. I stand up in what I believe in, and I believe that this generation, especially, and it depends on the spaces that you walk in, the spaces that you've grown up in, your environment. I truly believe that makes up the fabric of who we are. And at the end of the day, what's up, T? How you doing, baby? I truly believe that everyone has their opinions on it. I had no problem with her saying the word nigga in the context in which she used it to rap in a song. Okay. Now, it's one thing if she looked at someone and said, you fucking nigger. That's different, in my opinion, in my world. Okay? I gave the pass. But let me explain this to you, Delicious. You utilize the word lynching. Bitch. You said, and I quote, "Be lucky I'm not that type of bitch, because I would have some people lynch your ass." What's up, Al Teddy? How you doing? Good morning. You use the word lynching, and then have the nerve and caucasity to say that you didn't know how we would take the word or how you use the word. Bitch, you wasn't speaking Spanish. You said the word lynching. Girl, I know this was taped last year, but even if it was taped 20 years ago, you would still be having this fucked up conversation at a time where racial tension is high as fuck. And has been. You might as well just mark it down since the beginning of time, bitch. But in recent days, and then on top of that, production airing it, production being black themselves, cast members being black themselves. Redrick, girl, let me explain this to you, girl. I understand that you got trampled on, honey, and you may be scared to speak your mind. You may be scared to speak your mind, Redrick, because the kids trampled you. Like that scene in Land Before Time when the dinosaurs were just about to kill the children, honey. But that was your moment to speak up and say, girl, what the fuck did you just say? Girl, we let you pass with the nigga shit. But we cannot allow you to pass with the lynching comment, girl. And you know what? To try to tell us good people, I don't give a fuck if I was 6 years old, labeled mentally, physically retarded, spiritually retarded, soulfully retarded. I don't give a fuck. I could be all the retardeds in the world, bitch, with an IQ of -1. And I would know not to use the word lynching. And then you try to say you didn't know. Girl, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Girl, I blame her, obviously. I blame Redrick should have punched that bitch in the neck. Girl, like, bitch, and did she? And I swear up and down, she was floating around saying she was Mexican girl in Atlanta, and she was insinuating that she was better than the kids. Girl, girl, we can't allow this. And I know, John Jordan, I forgot your name, honey, but I know I said I wasn't going to shade or read, and I was going to give an in-depth perspective. But I'm trying my best. But it's just like we cannot allow this to move on. Amen. We cannot continue to allow people to disrespect us any further. What's OMS TV's in the building, honey? What's the tea? How are you? Maybe y'all can attest to it as well, honey. Like, what's the tea? Why did y'all allow these children to air this and then have the nerve and caucasity? Yes, God, honey. Y'all tried to blacken it up, and by spreading awareness towards the end, trying to cover it all up real quick in window dressing. And then in the beginning, you tried to give us a disclaimer to try to soften the blow by saying, girl, we trying to push forward thinking. Girl, there's no forward thinking when it comes to someone utilizing the word lynching. I don't give a good God fuck what someone has done to you in this life, but to say that to a black man, especially in present day, girl, mind you, Atlanta, I barely saw Spanish people. It's a lot of black gays. I would find somewhere and hide, bitch, for a couple of months. Actually, just go back to California, girl. Go back to California. Maybe the gang can protect you, because I don't see it for you in the good old city of Atlanta at this point. Girl, girl. No God, honey. No God. Ooh, let's see. Oh, Mess has some things to say, honey. Ooh, sorry, I'm just spitting in my room. Fuck it, I'm sick. I don't give a shit. I'll spit anywhere I want to. I pay rent here, bitch. Me personally, you didn't allow. Okay, hey. Y'all are really commenting, and the chat is coming through. I appreciate you guys. I did not expect for it to go like this. Ooh, listen to chat. Let me go up a little bit more. But let me just finish my thoughts real quick, and then we'll get into the chat, because I don't want this to be some blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then what took it away from me is the fact that we had some good moments in this episode. And, I'm trying my best not to get emotional about it, because it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? And I know that a lot of you may be tired of me saying this, but it's just like, right before we got to the lynching, because that's what it was. We're not going to sugarcoat it. The lynching, right when we got it, right before the lynching, I was like, damn, this is a pretty good episode. The kids are working. We're seeing them go to the community. It was getting okay. But once we got to that side, I was like, girl, like, it convoluted everything. From everything that I've heard when I've had my ear to the streets these past, what's today? I don't forgot all time and fucking space and all that shit, child. But bitch, when it was going on, my ear was to the streets. And I was like, well, they're not going to talk about our guy. They're not going to talk about this. They're not going to talk about that. They're not going to talk about Ike just going in on these kids and letting have and being our comedic relief for this. Bullshit Hakeem. Like, I was just like, okay, we were in a good space. And then it just got convoluted with Delicious out here just acting a goddamn racist fool. Now, it's my understanding that you went on the Just Us League and you apologize for your shenanigans for saying the word nigga. then continue to use the word nigga. Stand in your shit, apologize for what you're gonna apologize for, but don't promise the people that, okay, you understand and you finna move on and we're gonna put a band-aid on this and everything's gonna be okay. Then you continue on with your fuck shit. But again, I stood up with you with it because where I come from and where I'm from around, Spanish people are allowed to use the word, okay? But then you get on here again with the same fuckery. So what that tells me is you're speaking your truth. And maybe we need to create a cute space for you. Maybe we could do a one-on-one in depth with YB Entertainment TV, honey, to gauge the scope of your psyche, honey, and your thought process as it relates to racial relations. Do we need to have one of those sit-down moments, a one-on-one, bitch? Because I don't truly believe that you are racist, but girl, you're showing a pattern. You're showing a pattern now. And then you're also showing your messy shit by talking about you fuck Charlie. I don't fucking believe it at all. I just think that you got caught up in the moment and you're deciding to go ahead and run with this lie because it's the only thing. Because I don't really think that she's a good reader. I don't think that from what I've seen, I don't think she's a good reader. She doesn't stand out to me. I look at Four's coke-headed ass as more of a reader than fucking allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. Bitch, okay, girl. The being Chi-Chi, we broke. Okay, yes, God, honey. I truly believe that was a lie. And you're gonna go with it anyway. Shame on you. Now I remember. Was it last year or was it right before the trailer came out that I had a conversation was it with Sherrod or was it in that podcast shit that we did that I still haven't seen, by the way? I forget, but one of y'all said there's going to be a time in this season where people going to be looking at Delicious crazy. That's what I remember being told to me. I forget exactly who it was by, but they said, and I'm not going to say I quote because I don't remember verbatim, but I do remember having a conversation with someone like, child, we see that you're going to be living for Delicious, but there's going to be something that comes up within this season that's going to have you raising a fucking eyebrow. And I was like, okay, child, I guess when we get there, we'll get there. Are we here? That's the question I want to know. Are we at the point where we are now here where the person told me that, bitch, this is where we find ourselves with Delicious? Let me tell you something though. Cat's meow, as it relates to, people giving passes, I gave the pass. I don't want to speak for all black people. I don't want to speak people of color. I don't want to speak for the group. I don't want to speak for the Justice League. I speak for myself when I said that I personally gave her the pass. And let me be honest with you, I don't give too many people much, but we are human and we all make mistakes. We all sometimes say things that we don't necessarily mean. Lord knows I've been there many times in my life. We are only human, okay? We will fall, we will falter. We are not perfect. But, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Give these bitches an inch, they'll take all the miles, honey. This is what happens when you give a pass on anything. They keep going. We ain't giving a pass on just anything now. That bitch knew exactly what she was saying and obviously says that regularly because lynching should not be part of it. Exactly, Jason Bishop. Like I have never, even when I've written papers on slavery and the psychology behind transgenerational trauma as it relates to the slave trade, and how I've talked about this before on plenty of videos. But I've never even, actually, yes, I have used the word in my writings. I probably have used that word, lynching. But outside of school and writing papers, I've never just in my conversation, oh yeah, girl, they was out there just lynching the kids. I've never said that. Now, what would come into my mind is in that conversation and surrounding the context of the conversation that she was having with Redrick, the what I was thinking she was gonna say was, don't fuck with me because I'll beat your ass. I will drag you into the street and beat the fuck out of you. That was what was coming to mind because that's the vernacular. That is the everyday type of word you use in the context of that conversation piece. When you talk about whooping someone's ass, that's just how it goes. Not once in my motherfucking life have I said that I'm going to lynch a bitch. Never. They are one and the same. When you allow other races to use the ill word, you invite them to use terms like lynching when they are angry. I get it. It can be a slippery slope. But you gotta I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'm too, reaching, I guess. But that's just me. You damn right, Tiffany. Redrick should have checked Delicious for lynching. Because if I would, again, Redrick must just be scary. She done been trampled on, honey. She done had her wig flipped a couple times. Like, girl, like, she almost got into it with Devon. Like, girl, like, maybe she's just too, I don't know. But a bitch couldn't get away with that around me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Not the lynching comment. No, God. You can't, no. We can't stand for that, girl. We can't stand for that. This would not be the House of Justice if we sat around here and did not speak on this for as long as we have. And again, when it comes to this show, how dare you? You have made a lot of mistakes. This is not the G status of the first season. I'm here for change and growth, but this is not growth. This is you trying to stand up and be firm about, okay, y'all, we're going to have thought-provoking conversations and thought-provoking scenes, and then we're going to go ahead and spend 15 minutes on Black awareness. Girl, we already know about all that. We don't need G status to educate us on none of that awareness because guess what, bitch? We're living in the height of it right now. And to try to use that, and again, I don't mind you even using it, but the fact that you tried to use it to soften the blow of this episode, of what your cast member, the one that you were supposedly, this is what I was told, she was originally set up to be one of the stars of the show, like Sherrod. Now all of a sudden we see the turn, bitch. Ciao. Hey, MVN, how are you, baby? Brianna, hey. Yes, you give people an inch and they want to snatch the whole same ruler from you and pop you in the head with it. Don't get everybody a pass. Amen. The show cut off after she said lynch comment. We don't know what Redrick did. I know what Redrick did because the fact of the matter is that Redrick ain't went live and said anything about y'all know I whooped that bitch's ass. Or y'all know I cussed that motherfucker. Or I pulled my friend to the side and told him that was not right. Hello, guys. Well, baby said, right, she knew it too. I don't know. It's everyone's fault. It's obviously Delicious' fault. It's the people that surround it that are sitting around here and accepting. If I was Ja, why didn't you chop this bitch in the throat? Mark T says, I wasn't for it, period. Amen. I watched her interview last night. She says she heard the term from straight black men. Child, if we listen to every straight black man, we would all be fucked up. Hello, God. We would all be dead, shot in the head, and thrown the fuck away, bitch, with no grave markers. I don't want to hear those lies. The fuck out of here. No, what you did was you are Mexican, and you heard it amongst your Mexican brethren. I'm from Florida, and I know a lot of Puerto Ricans. I'm not, some Mexicans, I eat y'all food. Thank you, Jesus. It's wonderful. But we know that historically, that even though Mexicans and blacks are kind of all hand in hand in a lot of ways, bitch, we know there's a lot of racism that goes on. Whoever follows me on Instagram, remember that damn that video I posted a couple days ago from that show Boss when the Mexicans were golfing and what they said about black people? Trust and believe. Okay. Whatever. Black men, and they used it in the term of going to get someone. She said the black men never said it was about slavery. Child, well, those are some uneducated ass black men. And again, we don't have to go into that, Markel, because that's a lie. It's all a lie. She knows, right and wrong. God only blesses babies and fools, honey. Off topic. Love that artwork in the back. Thank you so much, honey. It's Miss Chi Chi Rodriguez, honey. Yes, God, honey. Yes. Thank you, NH. I educated her on it and told not to. Oh, you did? So y'all hearing it from OMS TV himself, honey. And I believe that this is KL Allen. Am I correct? Let me know if I'm correct. Okay. He said he had told not to air it. I don't think he should have aired it either because let me tell you what's happening here. I'm hearing that a lot of people are trying to cancel the show, not just Delicious, but they want to cancel the show. Bitch, this will be a nightmare before Christmas. This will be a nightmare before Christmas if we keep playing around like this. This is the problem. And I thought, and when I was watching the episode, I said to myself, Self said, I said, Self, bitch, what we need to do is we need to tell Job they need to hire someone who can be unbiased, who can tell them, like when you're having your conversations about the direction of the season and the different storylines that you want to add, I think you need to have someone who is an unbiased, opinion giver to say, I don't think, like an Olivia Pope or a Ray Donovan, hello God, someone who can help you steer the direction, like, okay, girl, well, if we do this, be mindful about X, Y, and Z. Because I don't think Ja thought about this the way he should have. But we are here at 47 minutes in and 57 people in the room. It's safe to say that I guess if you want a thought-provoking conversation, here we have it. But it's not thought-provoking because we're all grown here. Whether we went to school or not went to school, we all know the historical fucking nature of slavery. Words, terminology to describe things and such, right? So this isn't an educational moment, if this is what you were hoping for. This is a moment of anger where the kids are not going to let this pass. And I'm sorry, I can't, with my well-balanced nature, I apologize, Delicious, but I cannot let this pass. This too shall not pass, bitch. I apologize. Well, no, I don't. I apologize, bitch. Girl. The show needs to be canceled. That was not so bright move. I wouldn't say the show needs to be canceled. I will say that there needs to be, after the season is done, there needs to be a sit down. And there needs to be a conversation. Again, you need to get someone who can be unbiased, who can tell you how things may end up. What do they call those people? Not fixers, because you fix it after something's happened. I forget what they call those people, child, but they sit in there with you when you're developing your storyboards and they tell you, if you want to touch on race, if you want to touch on religion or politics, you need to make sure, bitch, you need to make sure that you prepared for X, Y, and Z. I'll let her pass on the faggot word too, girl. We all degrade each other in our community. It ain't right. It ain't right at all, but we all do it, okay? I'm not going to jump on her tail for that. Because, bitch, in some ways, we all talk down on each other. It's all fucked up when you really think about the shit. Hold on now, honey. Y'all are giving me the business today. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Child, everybody's in here today. How are y'all? Give me a minute, honey. See, I love lives, but damn. All right, KL. I'm glad you up in here speaking on it, honey, because the reason I'm talking, because, hold on, let me take child. Oh, and that said, bitch, y'all ain't finna get me together, girl. I can laugh how I want to laugh, or I'm gonna start choking, girl. The reason I'm talking because I don't want all of us group, especially when we haven't given up. The platform is the Just Us League invites you and Ja and whoever production people that are decision makers. Hello, God, because we've been told that y'all have executive producers that really ain't executive producers, girl. So we need. And I know both of y'all. So if y'all want to come on to the Just, you let us know, honey, and we will be more than glad to host. Hello, Jesus, because we do need to come to Jesus moment on this particular topic. Hold on, real quick. Damn, I'm really behind in the comment chat. I'm sorry. Let me get okay. As much as y'all see it for John, he condones all this stuff and gives the okay for all of it. That's why he stays so silent when the fucker. I mean, how can a black person not know what lynching means? How sway? Everyone, let me. If you bitch, bitch, I'm about to get a new computer. I don't have time for this shit. The fuck, bro? Child, hold on. I gotta catch up. See, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm sorry, you're from Southeast US. You should have heard the word lynch at the meaning behind it at least once in your life. Just thinking out loud. Who talking about they never heard of the word lynching? See, I need to get. I will be honest. I found out about the lynching comment during her confessionals when I heard the playback. You think Job just hurried up and said, "Girl, let's go ahead and just throw these under the girl's eyes"? Ike and KLL, and are y'all willing to come on? Do y'all want to speak real quick, or do you want a more, professional forum? I'm so sorry. I can't catch up with all these comments like that. This has really sparked a conversation. Um, and I truly believe that when we take things away from entertainment and we start walking in these realms, if you don't know how to do you're not Shonda Rhimes, you're not Ava DuVernay. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to address these particular situations when you don't have that kind of couth, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in this chat real quick because I am seeing people want to come in. So, you know what? Let's cut it all out. Let's go ahead and go straight for it. So, here's the link. I truly believe that okay. Girl, I am so sick of people. Like, Um, I just think that if you can't do it the right way, don't do it at all. Stick to the entertainment. Stick to, these people's lives, child. Okay? Stick to what it is they're trying to hustle. You feel what I'm saying? Stick to those things. Stick to what you know. And we won't have problems like this. Your show won't be dragged for filth. Your show won't be boycotted. Because a lot of the kids, I was in the chat and during the premiere, and the kids were cancel, cancel, cancel. And they weren't talking about just cancel Delicious. She is an extension of the show. So, bitch, if they finna try to cancel her, they're gonna try to cancel the show. And I think Sherrod said it best yesterday when he was sitting with the Justice League, and he was telling the kids how they felt, how he felt about like all this hard work going to the show, and now the rest of the season is tainted by this piece of fuck shit. So I think that it begs, you ready, honey? Yes, God, honey, I'm giving you the real tease here with us. How are you?
I'm good. I was laying in bed, honey. I said, girl, we got to talk about this shit again. Listen, my whole issue was the lynching thing. And after that, I just don't see it for that bitch no more. I don't care how anybody else feels about it. She not my cup of tea.
Y'all ready?
But what really pissed me off was right after that, how production basically tried to smooth it over and clean it up with the Black Lives Matter stuff. And I spoke about that in my review. I said, I know damn well y'all did not sit here and waste all of this minutes of our life, but then compound it even more with this whole Black Lives Matter bullshit after she already done said that she'll get somebody lynched. I said, and it's what I told Sherrod. I said, sometimes you have to put your integrity over likes, clicks, views, shock value, when most of your core audience is African American, bitch. Won't nobody gonna go up or see it for her after seeing that. And this episode should have never seen the light of day. I don't care what production has to say. It should have never been aired, ever. But I'm kind of glad that it did, because now we see Delicious for who she is.
I hate to say it, but I have to agree. I hate to say it, but I have to agree. You have no point. It's almost like, what's up, Scotty? Because you are cocoa butter down, bitch. What's tea?
Yes, right?
Well, I'm not going to be on here long because in like 30 minutes, I got to go and get ready for work. Okay. But I'm just irritated. I'm irritated. I've been irritated since the shit started. I'm gonna tell you why I'm irritated. Okay, here's my thing, because like I said, I ain't got much time today. But here's my thing about it. I'm tired of the excuses that is being made for this. Okay, and I'm not even talking about production or anything like that. I'm talking about the people. I'm sick of the excuses. At the end of the day, she said some bullshit and she needs to be held accountable for it. And I don't understand how people don't know what the fuck lynch means. If you went to school and you studied Black history, they told you what the fuck lynch meant.
Even if you didn't go to school, you ain't had to go to school. You could be the dumbest motherfucker to walk this planet, and you should know exactly what that word means.
At the end of the day, you can't tell nobody how the hell they're supposed to feel about the situation. That's my issue. I don't care if you know Delicious or not. I don't fucking know her. So therefore, I have a right to say my opinion. And even if I did know her, my sentiments would be the fucking same. Right. The shit was fucked up, and that's just what it is. At the end of the day, she already apologized for saying the N-word the other week. Then this week she goes and says that she's gonna get somebody lynched. She should have had it's a way to say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to say you'll call your people to get somebody lynched. You know what I mean? You could have just said, I have somebody to come see you. I have somebody to whoop your ass. I have somebody to do all of that. You didn't have to put in a lynch shit. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it makes me even more sensitive that you said that you will have somebody to get lynched. And then you said, oh, I'm in Atlanta. I'm a Mexican bitch. That's why all the boys love me. Like that's some other shit that makes it even more sensitive. And like I said, I'm not the type of person that gets overly sensitive about shit like this at all. But you have to call a spade a spade.
Right.
A deuce to wild, a ace, and a king, and a queen, a fucking queen, bitch. At the end of the day, what she said was fucked up, and that's just
Right.
what it is. And I don't give
Right.
a fuck who know her. At the end of the
Right.
day, just say she was for it. Don't
Right.
make no fucking excuses for it. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. You ain't gonna sit up here and tell me a bitch don't know what the fuck lynch means. You're not gonna
Right.
tell me they don't know. I know what
Right.
the fuck that meant since I was in single digits, going to
Right.
school, hearing people talking about it. What the fuck you mean? So I'm not trying to hear that. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about that. Like y'all can really stop it with the excuses. Y'all can really stop it with the whole now everybody don't know what the fuck lynch means. You should know what the fuck it means. Most
And
of
like
us
I
are
said
30 plus.
earlier, even when you look over the episode, you should have asked yourself as a producer, what the fuck? If you know you ain't the Shonda Rhimes, if you know you ain't the Ava DuVernay, you don't know how to work this shit around to make it a moment, don't even try to attempt it. Because now
Thank you.
we done again, our guy done talked about some shit that was relatable as fuck to a lot of the people in the LGBT community. We had the situation at the what is that, the church child, the foundation for the kids and shit. All of that good shit was overlooked. Well, that wasn't good because the kids was on coke. Girl, please, no God. So you don't be coke at a foundation for the kids while the children is trying to bring the spirit in the building. But all of that was convoluted and it was overlooked by this one particular situation. And it's just like not once, but twice. You have disrespected the community. Girl, please.
And another thing,
Can I?
let me just get it out for because I ain't got that much time, Teddy. So I gotta say everything.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's like I said last night when we was on Il Teddy's live last night. It's unfortunate that the remainder of the season has to be tainted because of the situation.
Right.
It's unfortunate,
Right.
but that's just what it is. Like I compared it last night. I compared it, and I'll say it again. When Basketball Wives Miami season 4 had their little tidbit with Evelyn jumping across tables or Evelyn throwing a bottle and a plate at somebody, Tammy bullying Keisha, all those isolated incidents pretty much tainted that whole season. Advertised out, nobody wanted to watch. People stopped looking at the show. Eventually, it got canceled. The very next season, they tried to revamp it. This is exactly what's going on with G's status right now, and people don't want to watch it because of that shit right there. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate that it got to be like that. It's unfortunate. And as I said already, I know that Terrence ain't really fucking with it. I know that Teddy not really fucking with it. I know really B really ain't fucking with it. I'm at a standstill. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But I'm just gonna call out what's going on. And what's going on is some fucking bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna tell me, don't nobody know what the fuck lynch means. Ain't nobody gonna tell me because she's ignorant to the situation, that means it's okay. It's never gonna fucking be okay. I don't give a fuck how ignorant you say
this question.
I do when Scotty is done. I have a soapbox that I need to stand on about production. But go ahead, yes, bitch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because since you're here, Scott, I just want to get everyone's opinion on this. How do you feel? Because in the beginning and in the end, there are both basically statements saying that we want to have a conversation of thought-provoking situations. And in my head, I'm just like, this doesn't solve
the intellectual level of some of these people. You can't have those types of conversations. You have to know the room and know the audience. And talking about having that type of conversation with people with some of their level of understanding, like Delicious just told us, and intellect and ignorance. No, there's no conversation that be had because they come into it unknowledgeable as she claimed, and I don't think she's as ignorant as she professes to be. But that's a whole nother story. I'm sorry.
Because people were trying to say like the other night, like in the chat, okay, Charlie got his people were trying to say that we gave Charlie a pass for saying she needed to cut her dick off. It's a difference in what Charlie did and what Delicious did. Soon after Charlie said that shit, he immediately said that he was wrong for saying it. You could tell he knew that he was fucked up for saying it. He didn't go around and say, he didn't say, I'm sorry, but she did need to get her dick cut off. No, she didn't say that. She said that he said that he was wrong for what he said. Delicious on the other hand, I'm sorry for saying the word nigga, but they was doing shit. I'm sorry for saying the word faggot, but they were doing some faggot shit. That's not an apology. And I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Can't nobody provoke me into saying no racist ass shit.
Well, can I say a couple things? First of all, we are at this point today negating the fact that there was build up to this. There was lead up to this. Before we even get to the lynching comment, people were up in arms about the N-word. And when you do that and you had a whole 2 weeks or whatever you had to reproduce, re-edit, redo whatever, and you still allow for this to come out, I'm sorry. No. When you saw, even if you said maybe we wanted to start the conversation with the N-word, and you saw how that blew up, at that point as a production team, or even if I'm a cast member, I would have said, hey, I think y'all need to back up off of that because that's too hot button of an issue, and we need not to go back down that road so as to tarnish and or do irreparable damage to your brand. And so for you to come back after that, after there was so much venom and vitriol for the N-word and thinking that it was going to go any which way, shape, form, or fashion differently when you use a word that's way more exponentially more divisive. There's no way. It's idiotic. And I'm sorry. I know KL is in the chat. I know we got production from other shows and stuff in the chat. But when you are production, you have to bear the brunt of all of this. Whether or not you were in agreement. Because what happens is, I'm telling you how these meetings go. You get in the meeting. One person will say, I want to do this. The other person say, I don't think we should do that. And that other person might get outvoted. But when y'all leave that room, everybody has to come with the same voice. Even if you didn't agree, when y'all leave that room, you are a production team. So whatever is put out, it represents all of you. So when you come back and afterwards you say, well, I didn't agree, even though they wanted to do that, it rings hollow because you're still associated with that brand, because you still are the production team and not just the individuals. And so it's so dangerous for, and this is what I was saying to Ike in the chat was, even with Sherrod, I even saw when Ike was in our guys live yesterday and the live that they had with Delicious interview, they were saying things, and I understand, I get it. Y'all have a brand, y'all put work and energy into this show, and y'all are going to do what y'all can to salvage viewership and to salvage, the clicks and views. But at the same point in time, you have to understand why people are saying she has to be canceled. You cannot give a pass, and the disrespect of production for not only they're proliferating the fact that we're angry. If you go to their Instagram story, they kept putting, story after story of how people were angry, as if they were inviting the anger, as if they were inviting the venom and vitriol. And so even if they wanted to be on Delicious's side, they're not doing her any favors. Neither are they doing favors to anybody else on the cast who wants to maybe make a name for themselves from being on the show. They're hurting everybody. I'm sorry. That was my soapbox.
No, I agree. Listen, we band kids. One band, one sound. When one person mess up, everybody mess up. When one person get in trouble, everybody get in trouble. And you can't say, well, girl, I ain't tell them not to do that, so that ain't got nothing to do with me. Hell no. Everybody is going to feel the same way about everybody because all of y'all are production. Period.
You ready?
And all y'all are black. How did y'all feel about her saying that fuck ass shit? Because I wouldn't have liked it.
No. And Lonnie, Milan, what the hell are you talking about?
Are you ready?
Let me not get my blood pressure rise up. I'm risen up. I already got to go to work in the
listen, look, my pressure been rose since Sunday, child.
Shit, I got to go to work. Damn.
I have two people about to join the stream. One is KL Allen, and the other one is Lonnie. Who's Lonnie? Who that is?
Who Lonnie?
I
gotta see you, baby, before I approve you.
It might be Lonnie Love. I don't know.
It ain't Lonnie Love. That's somebody
From the real. It better not be that bitch.
I don't have no problem with Lonnie Love.
Are you ready, KL? Oh, he just went out. And Lonnie, whoever you are, baby, you need to get to a good Wi-Fi because it say device not connected, honey.
I had to go and put on some clothes. I ain't have on no clothes, laid in bed listening. And I
planned on doing a pre-recorded review, but I feel like shit, and I really don't feel like doing all that bullshit that I was gonna do because I had a whole thing planned. Like I was gonna roast and gag and what happened to everybody? They just left anyway. Y'all welcome to come back in. The link is in the chat, child. Just try to get you to some good internet, bitch. But I wanted to just have a straightforward conversation about this because I just feel like, damn, bitch. Good. What could have been a great.
And to answer our guy's question, because last night he wanted me to be in his little thing on Instagram, and he was like, well, don't just jump ship now, when everybody roasted and toasted me, so and y'all still watch, so what's the difference? And our guy, I love you, baby, but the whole thing is us roasting you about your pretentious ways is completely different
apples and
than
oranges.
what Delicious got going on. That's the difference.
And the thing about it is, if we want white people and any other race to respect us, we have to respect ourselves enough not for us to put this type of stuff on our own platform. That we got to respect ourselves enough if we're going to have other people and other entities respect us, because we look like clowns as a people if we're allowing this type of stuff on our own platforms. How then can we say, because I guarantee you, let this have been an anti-Semitic comment. Let it have been something anti-Semitic on anything remotely involving Jewish people, and see how far it would have gotten. See how the sponsors would have removed themselves.
They would have came for your brand. They would have snatched you down.
I'm trying to tell you.
Bought your LLC. They would have swiped you off the face of the planet, honey.
But then we want to give close. And let's be clear, and I hate to go down this road, and there are some elephants in the room, but there are other races, other minority races that don't see it for us black people, that are just as racist toward us as white people themselves. Let's be clear. I come from Florida, and yes, bitch, it's South Florida.
They come from similar struggle and strife and oppression as well, which also kills me. What's up, Mike?
You know how the Cubans are in South Florida. You know how racist they are toward black people.
Ike, would you like to add something to this conversation, please? How you doing, by the way? First of all, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for you this episode, I don't think that I would have been able to laugh. Bitch, let me tell you something.
Right.
I laughed and laughed and laughed. You are, to me, I just love you on the show, and I think you add a balance, and your reads are above and beyond. I just look for it, by the way. But go ahead, baby. How you doing?
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I try to keep a balance head in a mix of all of this. But I really just wanted to come on here to echo the outrage that's going on, because I think a lot of people, when it comes to me, and I saw a few people saying, well, it was your event and you ain't saying nothing. No, I didn't realize. I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to make a statement, because I think a lot of people have been saying, well, I saw a couple people saying too that I was making an excuse for her, or I was I was on her side. So I just want people to know that I told her myself, I said, there's no space for dialogue like that. She told us that she had never known what it meant. And I heard yesterday, another thing I said was that Redrick didn't know what it meant. He said that yesterday as well. So like I said, you got somebody who's Mexican who said she wasn't educated on the word lynching, talking to a person who's African American who's not educated. So it's just, it's crazy all around. But I just wanted to be clear in the fact that I don't stand for that. Like, and I told her that.
Hold on, what? Come say I'm on. Come on.
Look, as far as Redrick goes, I don't buy it.
That's what we're saying.
I would love to know more about this. Miss Chichi, what's tea? Hold on. We don't understand. We don't comprehend. We don't comprehend that because like I said, you could be the most retarded bitch to walk this planet. You know exactly what the word lynching means.
That's what I said.
It's no way you live in these yet to be United States of America and not know what that word means. It's no way. Even if you ain't pay attention in school, you hear that term, on television and in media, and it always has the same connotation. I ain't even talking about the denotation. I'm saying the connotation of the word is the same regardless. So I don't buy that unless you have lived in a vacuum for the last up until the time where that word was aired by Delicious. Unless you lived in a vacuum up until that moment, you're lying. I cannot believe that. And there's nothing they would have to really make me believe out.
Truly, it's that.
Let me mute myself.
That's hard to believe. That's hard to believe. But I just didn't want to think that. I didn't want anybody to think that we were giving Delicious a pass for what she said. Like, as far as what happens to her from this point, I have no control over that. But I definitely have personally expressed my outrage and how offended I was by that comment. So I can't. I reprimanded her. I educated her just because she stated she didn't know what it was. But at the same time, I don't have the power to cancel or rebuke her. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know what production is going to do. I don't know what. I don't know.
Where do you see the rest of the season going now? Because Sherrod was on El Teddy's platform yesterday speaking about he just feels like the rest of the season is going to be overlooked because of this stain. Yeah. So where do you he did say that after this, there's no more real drama on that level. So, but it's like, how are people going to be able to move forward? Before that thought, I want to introduce KL Allen is joining us today. Hello, everybody. Yeah. So where do you, and he did say that after this, there's no more real drama on that level. So who's playing in the background? Before that thought, is someone playing me? Hello, everybody. So where do you, and he did say that after. Okay, go ahead, Ike. That was KL. You playing me in the background, KL. I'll on mute you once you do that. Speak your piece.
Where do I see? It's honestly hard to tell. Like when you have something of that caliber that has come on an episode, it's just like every time she comes up, that's all that people are going to be focused on. So it kind of does take away from everything else that's to come. Like whether it's positive, whether it's in a different space or not, she is still a part of a lot of these episodes. So it's like whenever she's coming on the screen, everybody's going to be calling for her to be canceled. I feel like we're going to lose viewers because of that episode. And I really don't know. I'm unsure.
Well, you just continue reading these bitches for filth because I'm getting my whole life while you're doing it. And you're still in the affluent part of Atlanta?
I am still in affluent Cobb County. Yes, I am. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for letting me come.
God.
I just wanted to speak my piece, and I appreciate it.
Okay. You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming on, boo.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one, baby daddy.
All right, KL, you here?
Girl, he's so fine.
Speak your piece.
Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me? Or is it I'm on?
I can hear you, KL.
Hi.
I know.
I just want to say something. I think it's funny how y'all keep attacking Delicious because of what she said, but y'all not looking at why she said it. And I don't understand that.
Wait,
Because she said it for a reason.
Because we don't give a fuck about why she said it.
No, she said it for a reason. You can't attack people and get mad because they say something bad. I don't like that. That's nitpicking and that's real like micromanaging. Oh well, they can say hella bad shit to her, but she can't say nothing bad. That's weird.
No,
because if somebody was attacking you, I'm sure you would say whatever. I'm sure you would say whatever if somebody was saying anything they wanted to you. So we're not gonna act like that. Like that's weird.
We're not gonna act like what? What we not gonna
that any that. He told her to cut her dick off.
We're not
Let me tell you to go cut your titties off and see what you say to me. Period.
Okay,
that's weird as fuck.
Also,
no, you're that's nitpicking. It sounds real phobic.
So what
you sound real phobic and racist. You sound real phobic and racist. You sound real phobic. You sound racist.
That's why you ain't showing your face.
I don't need to because you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. Y'all trying to get this canceled. Okay, she said what she said, but y'all not saying what Charlie said. Y'all not attacking him.
Hold on, real quick. I'm always here to listen to somebody. But Lonnie,
they need to
exactly.
In order for you,
it's just fact. I don't need to show my face. Stop trying to ignore what is being true. You want the narrative to go your way, and it don't work like that. That's not how life works. The narrative can't.
You're gonna have to remove her. You gotta remove her. Thank you.
Show your face, bro. We're here for that.
Hold on.
We're not here for that. We will skull drag that whore.
Hold on, real quick. I'm all about having a difference of opinion. But when people step onto the YB Entertainment TV platform, I'm going to need there to be respect and order in the motherfucking court, bitch. And Ms. Lonnie, you are only up here by the grace of me. Her queen's grace. You know, I've been watching too much Game of Thrones, girl. But by the grace of the queen, you are here and you will have an opportunity to speak in front of the Justice League. So if you have something that you want to say it peacefully, and then we'll get into it. But I'm going to put you on the back burner for now because we're here to speak to KL Allen. So if you want to remain in the background, you go right on ahead and we'll get to you when we get to you. So KL Allen, please speak on the shenanigans, please, sir. How are you today, by the way?
I'm good. How are you all? Well, I know you all are pissed. I know that. I was as pissed as you all were. I can definitely say that I'm not coming with any kind of excuses because it's actually it's unacceptable. That should not have aired. I think we can all agree on that. I personally was not on set when it happened, so my first time actually hearing the comment was actually a few nights ago when Delicious was here for her confessionals. As soon as I heard it, I came downstairs and I'm like, does Delicious know that she's going to be canceled forever? I'm like, anything she does from here on out, nobody's going to fuck with you. Like, nobody is going to fuck with you for that comment. So she did give the excuse that, she didn't know what lynching meant. And, she was very apologetic and in tears. At that point, she wanted to make it right and make a statement. Now, I personally would have rather had her do that. But again, when the episode comes out, honestly, sometimes I'm seeing it when you all see it. Now, I used to have the power to see it before it aired, so I could be like, hey, you need to change this, you need to fix this. But unfortunately, in this situation, I did not have the power to see it. And I told who edited it, I told that needed to not be aired. Now I'm gonna let whoever put the episode out, I'm gonna let them talk. They're gonna go on live tonight at 9. So they're gonna be able to give their side of the story and what they plan to do going forward. I just wanted to speak for me personally and say that I warned them about this. I knew that this was gonna be something that could actually get the show petitioned to be, canceled or even reported to YouTube as hate speech to get the videos taken down. So I want to say, you all, whatever you all are saying is absolutely true. It saddens me because I don't want to see you all stop reviewing the show. Obviously, I wouldn't be here today, but you all are very valid in your opinions. I do not agree with what Delicious said. I did try to educate her on it. She did give me the same excuse that she gave everybody else that she didn't know. but I don't personally buy.
Let me ask you a question, KL. Who does one? Well, let me make a statement first, and then I have a question. My first statement is, I think that you, as an executive producer, should say, "Listen, I'm not going to have the title executive producer and not be able to view anything that comes out with regard to this show beforehand." Because as an EP, it's you can't remove yourself from it. So that's first and foremost. But those are your internal protocols and stuff like that. But my second question is, so who is responsible? One, who's responsible for, like you said, the one that was responsible for the editing and making sure that got out? And two, another question that I had, even once it aired, I want to know who's responsible for this Instagram page where they were sitting up here relishing in all of the negativity behind all of this, because that was just as, if not more egregious than what we even witnessed on the episode. Like, all of that combined is, what are you going to say? Because like I think Ike said it just a few minutes ago, every time she comes on screen, even for the people who do continue to watch, they're going to be like, nope, not seeing it for it. And like you said, YouTube has very strict guidelines with regard to things involving race.
Correct.
Real strict guidelines.
Correct.
So let me ask you this question: so we all know that when you speak of who put the show up, we know it's Ja. Ja has power. He has that kind of power. So you're telling me that he sits alone and goes over these episodes and edits them and just throws them out without having a second opinion?
There was, like he said, there was a collaborative thing where we would actually review it, me, him, and one other individual, or the advice would come, it would come to us, Ja would come to us, and he would ask our opinion. Now, he did say he wanted to have a lot of dialogue this season, but personally, I told him what we're going through right now, that's not a topic that you would want to have. Not lynching of a black man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That someone of another race saying it. So this particular episode, yeah, I did not get that privilege to actually see. So I saw the disclaimer in the beginning and the BLM messaging. I saw it when you all saw it. So without like trying to bash what I'm on, because I'm not bashing what I'm on, I actually was pissed as hell to see that as well, because I'm like, you're giving us a 5 fucking minute BLM when it should have been a PSA. You know what I mean? So I'm coming on here today to tell you my side, because it gets frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're always trying to, me, I'm always like a pit bull trying to defend G status. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, I get it. So I'm not coming in that regards today. I'm actually coming to tell you I agree with everything you all are saying. I had the same opinions because I know how this works. You know what I mean? I know how this works. It's a learning lesson for all of us. It's a learning lesson for Ja. It's a learning lesson for hopefully Delicious. I mean, hopefully I don't know what she's going to do. I just know that it wasn't right, and I did not want it aired. I personally did not, because I knew the repercussions that were going to happen. And it's sad because you're working so hard on something, trying to upgrade the production, trying to put a lot into it to make it a better show, and then everybody's light is getting dimmed by this one fucking company. And I told Delicious, I wasn't on set, but if I was on set when it happened, I probably would have told her, you need to use something else. If you were trying to say you were going to send your homies, your goons, or whatever to come clap at Charlie, you needed to say it like that. The lynching comment. But again, like you said, to see her true colors, you had to see her true colors. I just don't think it should have aired. There could have been a more creative way to say that Delicious is on the fuck shit. You get what I'm saying?
KL, I was I think somebody said, or I was made aware that there was a good number of the cast that watched the episode together on Sunday night, right?
Right.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't. I was actually.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Do you know, or have you spoken to them?
No, so I've spoken to Akeem, because Akeem was also here the night that Heath heard the playback as well. So me, Akeem, and another cast member actually, told Delicious, like, we checked her basically. You know what I'm saying? To the point where she was in tears and crying and everything like that. Like, she got checked. You get what I'm saying? So they are just as shocked and appalled as I am. You know what I mean? They feel some type of way about it. Akeem, Akeem wants her counsel from the show as well. He wants her removed. Some cast members want her removed from the show. So ultimately, we have to figure out what we need to do. That's why I'm having this dialogue. I'm like, what do you all? What would you? I'm just your honest opinion. What would you all suggest moving forward if you were in this situation? What would you suggest us to do?
Honestly, if speaking for myself, of course, this is a situation where I feel like you take the child out in front of everybody and you beat them, and you let them realize the error of thine ways publicly, because this was all done publicly. So I don't believe that she is racist, because it's hard to navigate this world, especially Atlanta, being a racist bitch. It's hard to do that. I don't really think that she is racist. I just think that she needs a good ass whooping. And, not literally, of course, but just figuratively speaking, like, she needs to be put out there, like she's being put out there now. I don't believe that she needs to be canceled. I believe this is a wonderful.
I'm going to push back and say, yes, she absolutely needs to be. Because her getting clicks, views, her getting extra hits on her music, her getting extra anything, while you're castigating an entire race of people, she's going to reap benefits regardless. Even like people say, negative publicity is still publicity. A hate view is still a view. Somebody who buys your album just because they want to hear you be racist is still feeding and proliferating this, which explains why whoever it was on the Instagram feed last night kept putting that stuff out there, because they were fueling the fire. They wanted this. This was invited.
Is the rest of the season already taped?
Sorry, go ahead.
Is the rest of the season already taped?
The rest of the whole season was shot in advance. So
that's what I'm saying, though. There's nothing we can really do. If we're going to see her in the upcoming episodes, there's nothing we can do. So at this point, it's like, this is
edited out.
I mean,
they can edit her out.
I was gonna say the power of editing is really vicious, you know.
They can edit her ass out.
Yeah, the power of editing is vicious. She technically doing some creative shit. She could actually be edited out. There's gonna be a conversation.
That's the thing, though. How do we reward that? How are we gonna sit here and do that when production creators decided to air it anyway? I think Delicious said it, and we're going to get her together for that. We have gotten her together for that, but it's just like it was still shown. So how are you going to edit the upcoming episodes, and you didn't edit this one?
Well, I think with the repercussions, the person who is doing this, I think they'll be able to see the repercussions. I think they'll be able to see that it's time to start listening to what people are saying. You know what I mean? Listen to your other EP, you know, without being like, I'm not trying to be like facetious or
no, you're speaking your truth.
I'm just saying, sometimes you have to see what the public says in order to see what somebody already told you. That's my undisguised truth. Because I'm just gonna say this, I feel like if you didn't give a fuck about protecting my brand, my name being attached to this, and you didn't listen to me.
Because now G Status is looked at as Uncle Ruckus.
Absolutely. It's toxic. It is toxic. If I'm telling you, if I were a cast member, I would be bailing the hell out. I'm just being real honest. I would be removing that if I had that on any of my social media or anything, because now you are jeopardizing everybody involved with this whole thing. So I don't understand it. I think if it were me, I'd be having a meeting. We would have had a meeting yesterday with the entire cast and all the production, and somebody would have had to give some answers, and somebody would have had to come up with a plan of how we try to do whatever we can to salvage this. But I don't see that that's being done. And now you 48 hours, some odd hours almost afterwards, the damage is done. The volcano has erupted. The damage has happened. You ain't even tried to minimize the casualties at this point. So, and then you relished in it yesterday. Like I hate to keep putting that out there.
No,
but
I understand.
That on Instagram yesterday was deplorable. It was despicable.
Trust me,
because this isn't a telenovela. This is a black platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We have to be able to control certain aspects of what we're trying to put out there.
Correct.
And we've already been getting bashed for the scenes where there's no work or the scenes where the gays are just doing too much. Right. Now we're really going to get into the minutia of it all because now it's about a race situation. And especially nowadays in what we got going on in this climate, child, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Well, there's a meeting that's probably going to be had today. I can say that. I know it's like 48 hours late, but
it goes into that too. Anything done at this point would just be considered damage. With the same thought process, like, okay, well, why couldn't we have grabbed this before the episode aired? But I understand that has nothing to truly do with you at this point. But it's just like I know Josh sees all. He's an enigma. He sits behind and he hovers in the ether of life, and I understand that and I get that. But I hope that he sees that and is like, wow, okay, this is impacting me in a way that I didn't think possible. Because I believe with his disclaimers in the beginning and the social awareness piece at the end, there was the soft cover-up and the soft blow that he was trying to give before and after the situation because he knew the toll it might take. But I don't think he calculated the magnitude this particular toll was going to take on the people or the brand.
Right. No, I get it. Trust me. I knew though. I know because of what we're going through. Like if people like Bravo, if Bravo is firing people, you know what I mean? Like they're $1 million. Come on, like this is it should have never aired. That part should have never aired. Now I will say this, you know, the shade and the tea and all of that. Okay, cool, fine. You hate delicious for whatever the case may be, but airing certain shit, no, I don't agree on it. I know we want to, you know, get people talking and everything, but yeah, not into it. Yeah.
Surprise around the corner, you ain't right. You ain't right. Surprise around the corner. Again, I just, you know, it's crazy. I do believe that no matter how we're having this conversation, and no matter how livid we are with the topic, I see Ja for what he's doing when it comes to having the conversation. But again, it's not the type of conversation I think he thinks we were going to have.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it just kind of sucks. Either way, the views are there, the clicks are there, even in heated discussions, especially going into battle, because that's how it feels like. But hopefully,
he's definitely trying to give his all with the production, but like he's definitely trying to, you know, he's trying to upgrade the production, trying to do, you know, a lot. He's doing a lot, you know, he does a lot with the show, but you know.
Can I ask you this one question? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
It seems as if Ja is really young, and I know a lot of times we try to attribute things to age so we can kind of have a little more of understanding. But I truly go to that because it shows on the aspect of appearance that he knows what he wants when it comes to editing and creating a wonderful show. But when it comes to tying together storylines and cast relations, I think it takes a mature mind frame to be able to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of all sides. Like if I connect these two characters together, yes, they may look good, but do they really play well off of each other? Do they have a true story to tell that the people are going to want to follow? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we see Charlie and our guy, yeah, they're the ones that people want to hate, but it makes sense.
Right.
Really, the cast relation makes sense.
Right.
But when you see someone like Sherrod, Roman mixed up with Delicious, and her having the conversation pieces that she's having that is coming out very racist and fucked up. It makes Sherrod and Roman look crazy as fuck because they're trying to defend their friend too.
But I think that's they real life friend though. Like I know that seems crazy as hell, but they like really close in real life. I don't, you know, I get it.
You know, I need things to make a better sense. And again, we had to come. Our guy talking about child molestation, talking about the different things he's gone through, struggles. His brother is suffering in prison for life. these different things, even the foundation scene, you know, when Fish was trying to sing that song, child, she was trying. Oh, she was trying, honey. But maybe it was just the acoustics, I don't know.
Right.
But
I think I gotta see. Yeah,
there
you had
moments that were missed here. You know what I mean?
Let me say one thing too, because I see people commenting about this live that's supposed to be. I probably won't be, and I'll be working. Anyway, I'll be at work. But my point is, Ja sits there in this bubble or whatever, or in this vacuum, acting as if he's totally absolved. And now you backpedaling and pussy popping, talking about, oh, you want to discuss the episode and perhaps the release of a cast member, but you're still over there in the bubble. And you are asking, and you got people like UK Allen and other people from the cast that are going on other platforms at different places trying to do damage control while he's doing nothing, not being accountable. Because if you sit on the live and just talk at the camera, that's very different from being held accountable and having to answer questions and having to explain away. Because see, when you can sit there and just have this prepared statement, I know exactly what I want to say. I know how I want to say it. I know what I want to do. I can cause all of this damage and then try on the back end, backpedal and pussy pop out of it without answering the hard questions. And that is where he's not going to gain the people back if you just sit there and say, oh, I'm just going to do this, put this out there, then that's going to be it. Y'all going to be all right. Y'all will come on back. Everything will be okay after that. No, we're not okay. No, we will not be back. And yes, we have a lot of questions that need answers. And if you're going to put your big boy panties on, put your big boy panties on and answer the damn questions. I don't care about this live. I honestly am going to get the Cliff Notes version of what he said in this live from my fellow Justice League members, because I'll be working tonight. But you need to go on somebody's platform and answer some tough questions and not sit up there and allow everybody else to take all of the brunt of all of this for you. Get the fuck out of here.
And let's be honest about one more thing.
I think he needs to come on here. I do. I think he needs to come on and speak.
And let's be clear about one thing and how simple this correction would have been. Stop it right there and say, girl, instead of using the word lynch, just use the word you're going to fuck them up. That was the only thing. That one word is what's that's commanding our attention to this day. The black gods are standing up ready to strike that bitch down because of that one word. Her career, G Status's brand alone is on the line because of one fucking word.
I'll be honest with that
when
young
you
man.
have that conversation with Ja, or Ja has that live, one word can take you down.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit.
And if you have aspirations,
it makes you feel as if that really lives within her. Out of all the words you could have chose, that was the word you chose, girl.
And that ain't even
for UK Allen and Ja or whoever else is in production. That video, even if taken down, is on Al Gore's Good Internet for the rest of eternity. Right. And your brand will forever be attached to that. How do you expect to garner sponsorships? How do you expect big media companies to say, oh, I'm going to, attach myself to that, knowing what is going on, and then you proliferated it afterwards? It's idiocy. And that's why I said, nope, you need to carry your ass on and have a hard conversation. Question needs to be answered. And I can't even promise you after you have those questions, how many people are going to come back. But you pussyfooting around. That's what you're doing. You playing in our face, and we're not here for it.
Hopefully seeing this live, a lot of things from this point will be, it will shed light to certain people, and they'll be able to take this advice that you all.
Ask this question. You're smiling a lot. Either you're high as fuck or Jaws right there.
No, he's not here. No.
Okay.
No, he's not here. No, it's just that what you're saying is absolutely true, and it's like I just hope the information is received to the point where things turn around. Things can turn around. That's all I'm saying. That's why I came on, because I wanted to seek some real truth here and try to turn this thing around. And if multiple people are saying it and we're all seeing it the same way, because trust me, we're all seeing this the same way. I promise you, no lies, no excuses. Then hopefully other entities can see this and it could be, you know, we can move a different way now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I don't want him to negate the power of the reviewers, because there's a whole lot of people that only watch these shows simply because the reviewers are saying, hey, we're reviewing this show, go watch it, so forth and so on. There's a lot that goes into the people that you see on screen, the Scotties and yes bitches that give you the real teas and everything and really be a cat's meows, and those people who promote the shows and things like that and get a lot of people watching who otherwise would not watch. So let me shut up. I'm muting myself.
No,
Okay,
but when the whole issue happened with me and Really B, I was actually kind of, you know, I had to come on and, like, you know, get to know y'all and figure out, you know, I know what y'all are saying is out of love. So you ain't heard shit from me after that. I promise you, you ain't heard shit from me coming there y'all pages and saying anything disrespectful to y'all. It was at that point I was trying to make sure y'all was still continuing to review it, because I was like, oh shit, they about to start reviewing the show because of me in my big ass mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come and right my wrongs. So you get what I'm saying? That's just the type of person I am. You know, I'm from Florida. Sometimes we rough around the edge.
From Florida?
Yeah, I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we rough around the edges a little bit, you know. So
church conventions out there, honey.
The Hillsborough County, they say something about y'all Hillsborough County people.
What they say? What they say?
Be quiet.
Man, bye. But thank y'all for allowing me to come on, and hopefully I addressed some of the issues that y'all had. I know y'all are still upset, but
now due to some of the cast saying that this deads a lot of the fuck shit, so can we look forward to seeing episodes that are gleeful and joyful and going to send us into a yes God moment?
I actually think a lot of the season that was shot, like a lot of the rest of the season was, you know, they had great moments. They had, you know what I mean? I think it was a balance. It needs to be more balanced within the episodes going forward. We don't want to just focus on like drama. Because like you said, our guy had a really good scene and it was overshadowed by that whole comment. And that was like a really deep scene, but it was overshadowed. And I'm kind of pissed about that too, because I'm like, I like our guy. He's cool as hell, you know. So I'm like, he was trying to tell a story that a lot could relate to in the lifestyle, and it was overshadowed by, you know, Delicious.
And I felt like maybe
because I wanted to talk about that, but when the ending came, I was just like, I ain't got no time, none.
Right.
What I would have loved to see is maybe knowing that we had our guys, you know, moment of humility and just, you know, vulnerability. I think it would have been cute to just like maybe wait, let us roast Delicious for episode 5, and then when we get into episode 6, we get into real shit. You know
right.
It took so much away. I don't want to keep beating that horse, but you know, I'm just, you know, why are you so happy today? What's going on? Because Kayla Allen's out here smiling this morning. What's good? I'm not trying to get into your personal business or nothing, but what's the tea?
Nothing. I mean, the conversation is just, I mean, it's a good conversation. I'm glad. It could be worse. It could be worse.
The sun is shining in the background.
I could have came on here. Y'all could have cussed me the fuck out bad.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could. I wasn't smiling the past two, the Sunday and yesterday. I had to go out.
I'm glad we can make you laugh and smile.
Huh?
I'm glad we can make you laugh and smile.
Hi, I have a question for KL.
Go ahead, right to be told.
Hey, what's up?
And welcome to the platform, baby. How you doing? You there, baby?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, boo.
Hello.
Thank you. I'm great. How are you? Oh, well, I know how you're doing. You look a little better than you did an hour and a half ago.
Thank you, child.
So that's good.
Speak your truth,
can you hear
baby.
Me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear you now.
I'm doing. Can you hear me?
It's
getting out, honey.
You on mute now.
You keep muting yourself, boo. Oh, she just went out. Let me tell y'all something. When I put the StreamYard link in the chat, please make sure you have a stronger and better internet service. Please do. Please do. I don't know if she's gonna be able to come back that quickly, but I know you're a busy man, KL. I appreciate you for coming on and speaking your piece. It definitely, unfortunately, I hope this doesn't draw a rift between you and other production, because in some situations you do have to put on a unified front. But I do understand that you don't want. This is a situation where you don't want to be caught synonymous with none of the bullshit.
And she also makes an appearance on my other show. So now we have to figure out if we're gonna take her outside of that, because she was actually in So I have to figure that out too. So you know what I mean?
I didn't know she was on there. Well,
she makes an appearance, and she was heavily in that episode. So it's like now we're giving her a crossover to another show, and she'll have a spotlight. So it's like now we have to figure out, Can
I ask this question while I have you here? I know you're supposed to go real quick. I'm not going to say something was said to me. Well, by me saying that hints that it was said to me. Can you touch on why, if people are being set up to become stars for this show, right? And I got to do air quotes for that. If people are being set up to be stars for the show, why air something so career ending?
I don't think people are set up to be stars. I haven't heard that one. I just know so when we do our casting process, I will say we look at what this person offers, what this story is, etc., etc. Now, when it comes down to filming, there are certain people that they're either just difficult with production, and then there's some that are really just dedicated. So when you have people who are more dedicated, and okay, they're gonna come on time, they're gonna be filming, then we tend to shoot what we when you're available, we set it up to shoot based on what you have in your storyline. Some come with the storyline and they don't actually have anything to produce, meaning some will say I have this, and that, but when it comes time to film it, you don't have it. So I guess some would say that this person is getting set up to be a star because they're shooting more, I guess. I don't, that's kind of maybe why some people would feel that way. But there's not us saying, hey, we're going to make these people the star of the show. I personally have never said that, and I don't think Jai has ever said that he was going to make somebody a star. But if they're filming you feel like they're doing great on camera, you're like, oh, they it's possible they'll be a star. I'll personally say this: when I met our guy on set, I was like, oh, our guy's going to be big this season. He's going to be a fan favorite. I said that because of how he navigated and how he was able to film and how, he was giving his authentic self. You know what I mean? So, but I didn't say, oh, let's make our guy a star. You get what I'm saying? Or, hey, let's make Akeem a star. It's really ultimately up to you all. We could see it for somebody and y'all might not see shit for them. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers the question you were asking.
Hello, can you hear me?
Much better now, honey. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. My Global's a hater. Sorry. I have a quick question, KL. I know you keep saying that in this climate, that her words were a problem in this climate and what's happening right now. So does that mean that you guys didn't have a problem? You just in general don't have a problem with what she says, and that is just because of what's going on now that it's a problem?
I have a problem, period. I have a problem with it all the way, because it's like referring lynching to a black man instantly. When I heard it, and I'm like, I heard the playback, I was literally laying down. I got up out of bed and I came downstairs to address the shit. I have a problem with it all the way around. So I hope that answers your question. No, not just what's going on. You do not put lynching in a sentence or anywhere remoted closely to a black person at all. It's just unacceptable all the way around.
I also want to know, I think Scotty has said this before, but I want to know, for those who accept people outside of their races, like Delicious in this case, using the N-word, do you think that, would you feel comfortable using the racial slurs that they have for their own race amongst their people? Would you go around a group of her standing with a lot of Latinos and use the WB word or use the S word?
No, personally.
So then why do you feel like it's okay? Not you. I'm saying, why do people feel like it's okay for her to use the N-word when you can't go in their domain and use their racial slurs?
Well, this is just my opinion, though. Don't kill me. So N-word with a hard ER at the end, to me, is racial. Saying it in a slang term, I guess because I was raised in like a diverse area and with like whites, blacks, Hispanics, and they use the word like in a term of slang, like, you know what I'm saying? So my son's mother, she's Hispanic. She also uses it, you know.
Did you call? Let me be clear on this. Can you call her a wetback? No. Can you walk up and say, "What's up, wetback? What's up, Spix?" Can you say that to her? No. Because if you can't say that to her, she should not be able to say that to you. And I don't care how you put it, how you want to spell the word. If you are not comfortable walking to her family and her Christmas dinners and saying, "What's up, my wetbacks? How y'all doing?" then she should not be using the N-word. And that's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not going to keep arguing. I don't want to keep
testifying.
But I'm just saying, I don't want to keep hearing people say, when they say it around us, we'll say their words. Every racial race has their own
right to be told. Right to be told.
Yes.
Right to be told. Give me a second. Let me put it to you like this. I'm just talking to KL. Let me put it to you like this.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
As much as you may have what people call an F-bomb hag, or as much as you may have a straight female friend that hangs around you, or even a straight male friend, because I got a lot of straight male friends that I hang around. At the moment that they use the F-bomb on me, all bets are off. Right. And that word is used in a lot of rap. It's used in a lot of media. It is out there just as much as the N-word. And it is, but the problem is, if I allow it, what happens is in moments of anger, you get what happened in that last episode. It becomes this slippery slope. They know exactly what the word means. They know exactly everything behind the word. They want to be able to use it when it's comfortable so that it can buffer when they get angry, and they use it with all of the venom, vitriol, and everything that goes behind it. Because you can't very well say to somebody, "Well, I'll let you call me the N-word all these other times," and then when they get angry and they want to add the negative connotation to it, then you say, "Oh, now you can't use the N-word on me because you used it sounded like an ER more than an A." You can't have it both ways, which is why everybody cannot say it. Because if everybody can't feel both ways of the word, then if you can't feel both ways of how that word comes into play, then you should not be able to use it. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm sorry.
We got to start at the top though, because the N-word in hip hop is very prevalent. So it has allowed people to think it's okay. So when we have this dialogue, we got to start all the way at the top, and we got to break it down, and we got to go through these levels, and we got to, it's a bigger issue that needs to be talked about. I feel like.
The people at the top of hip hop who are saying it are also black. KL, I don't. They're black.
Right.
And I understand they're black, and I understand that the people of different races are singing their songs. I understand that. So I get where you're trying to go. But again, unless we can use the racial slur in other people's names, I don't want to hear it. And they would never allow it. Let me tell you something. Like they said earlier, if they had done something anti-Semitic, they'd have snatched the whole channel down.
Oh,
you would be like G-Status where they just took the whole account.
True.
It's not okay. It's not okay. And black people need to stop.
And we allowed this on our own platform. That's what's sickening about it.
Yeah, we shouldn't be accepting
about it. Is we allowed it we did it to ourselves.
Yeah, she's not black, and she's very clear that she's not black. She says, "Oh, I'm Mexican," and she put herself as Mexican like it's separate from black people. So when everybody was saying, "Oh, Latinos and Hispanics are seen the same way as black," she don't even see herself the same way as black. But she wants to be able to use the word. And you guys don't seem to have a problem with it. And just because we were in racial tension that's been publicized this year,
I'll be honest with you. Right to be told, I'll be honest with you. Hispanic and Latin are two totally different things.
No, I know. That's why I said both, because I don't some people.
That's why you
know where you're from.
Latinx.
That's why I said both, because depending on where you're from, they classify themselves differently. I understand that. No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how she. I don't know what she calls herself. No, I don't know what she calls herself.
Into race. No, but it goes into race, right? To be told, Hispanics are mainly those from Caribbean islands, and things like that, who have African descent in them.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
A lot of people who identify as Mexicans don't have that same African descent in them because they did not have some of the same types of slave trade in their respective country. And so that's why that's why they say we are Latinx and they are Hispanics, because they are trying to separate themselves from that. I'm sorry, really, go ahead. Finish your
point, babe. Finish your point. I just wanted to,
that was my whole point. I just wanted to make that point.
No, thank you. I never know the difference, so I say
Mexican. Yeah, especially Mexicans not wanting to be identified as Hispanic.
No, I say both because I don't know the difference, and I practice not disrespecting people.
Okay, so let me jump in and say I'm going to go back to the bushes because clearly I'm doing too many things at one time on this live because I'm trying to work and I got the baby. So I'm going to go in the bushes. I love all of y'all. We will continue this conversation later.
Hi, Evie.
Did you just bite me?
Love you, baby.
I'm about to knock him out. Hold on.
All right, baby.
Well, I just wanted to say I apologize that I've been MIA. Literally, as soon as I clicked on, I forgot I had a virtual doctor's appointment. That's where I was. I apologize. So I don't want to repeat anything that's already been said, but I do want to thank KL. I appreciate you coming on. I know you were in the chat. I appreciate you even being in the chat and speaking on it. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the replay and hear all that was said. But I just wanted to say I appreciate the fact that you did come on to speak on it. And I guess my point on it, I've spoken on it a few times, even though I said I wasn't going to speak on it no more, but I have. My issue, I guess, is the same as I know I share the same sentiment as El Teddy, Give You the Real Tea and Scotty, because we were all together yesterday speaking on it. But I just think it's a shame that the rest of the storylines and the cast and the other work is being affected by that. I think that I feel like if you were telling the other production, I don't want to call names, if you were telling other members of production, listen, this isn't a good idea, this isn't going to play well, I think that I believe that you're probably older than the other person is that I know of, and I think maybe they should have maybe deferred to that. It could have been handled better that I think wouldn't have gotten the reaction that they're getting. I think they knew they were going to get a reaction. I just don't think they thought they were going to get this reaction. I don't believe for 1 second. I don't believe for 1 second that Delicious didn't know what the word meant when she said it, and then to find out that not only whether she knew when she said it or not, the fact that you did speak to her about it and other people spoke to her about it, further pushes in my mind that she knew exactly what the fuck she was saying and she meant what she said, and she meant, because my thing is, how do you not know what a word means but you use it correctly? You used it correctly.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
There are other people on the show who know don't have a grasp of the English language because they use the words wrong all the time.
Yes. Great point.
I think it was one of those situations where she thought she was going to get away with it, but once we checked her, she was like, "Oh,
like I said, the slippery slope."
But she did get away with it because you guys aired it.
Yeah,
she did get away with it.
And then she had a whole year and a half to come up with a better explanation than
I got away with it.
You had a year and a half to come up with something better than I didn't know what the word meant, and so that just further pushes to me. You knew what you said, you meant what you said, and that goes back to what I was saying last week about it being like El Tay just said. It is a slippery slope. it is a slippery slope. And KL, you just hurt my feelings when you said that you allow the mother of the child to speak. I'm gonna let that go though. I ain't gonna have that conversation. But I have a problem with anybody, and I don't care, they could be my mama. I have a problem with anybody that allows somebody in your presence to use a racial slur. I'm sorry.
KL, you are with her, your baby mother, just like she is with you. I want you to go back and use those words that are the S word and the WB word.
Go to the family cookout and use the
go there because just like she's with you, so she's comfortable. You're with her. You should feel comfortable. So go on over there and say it, and come back and report to us how it went.
Yeah, and I mean, that
was hold on. I want to
see you laughing because you know you would never make it
the comment said that I misspoke. I know what I was saying. The term Hispanics come from starts with the island of Hispaniola, which is we know as the Dominican Republic and Haiti, but that term Hispanics originated from those slaves that come from the island of Hispaniola, which is why that term Hispanic came. So I didn't have it wrong. I had it the right way. I know exactly what I'm saying.
Can I just say one other thing before I go off? A lot of people are saying she got away with it. She didn't get away with it because she's done. Like, I hate to say it, she's done. Like, nothing she can do from here on out is gonna anything she tries to release or do. She didn't get away with it.
So did you guys air the show in order to stop her bag? Did you air how she acts in order to stop her from being able to be productive in Atlanta? Is that what happened? Because that's all you can tell me. I mean, otherwise she got away with it.
I didn't want it to be aired. I don't know if you missed that part, but
no, I heard what you're saying, but you're saying she didn't get away with it because now people see it. So is that why you showed it? Because you're saying you didn't want to air. So what was her what were the repercussions she was experiencing? What was her consequences?
But she is getting the consequences though, right? To be told. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize like Delicious is a known artist. Like,
right.
Instagram, like she definitely
Atlanta is very big, but it is very small.
Right.
And trust me, honey. All the kids in Atlanta know who she is. And
yeah, she done. Like, I don't even think she can even go out. Somebody might run up on her. To be honest with you, her safety might be in jeopardy.
She ain't got to worry about that because she got old dummy Sherrod running behind her saying that she's not wrong. So he'll support her. He'll help fight for her. The other guy she lived with will be right there with her. Since they don't think anything that she does is wrong, and they're like, she's not racist. So when somebody run up on her, I want Sherrod to jump right on in like a cape and protect her. Because the fact that he don't see a problem in her behavior, he's only answering to our reaction to her behavior is a problem with Sherrod. And I know you guys babysit him all the time, and you call him. The truth be told, Sherrod is dead wrong. He's a dummy for not realizing that his friend has a problem. And just to co-sign on what you said, KL, I grew up in a military base. My experience with multiple races is very vast. And I grew up with people who were mixed with all kinds of things because the soldiers go off, get their babies and their wives and come back. So I totally understand. I grew up with all of them. And not one of us uses the racial slur to describe somebody else. Not a one. It's not okay. Now, what you talk about at home in your kitchen table with the microphones off, it's fine. But that's not okay.
Correct.
It's not cool. And we can't say, we can't act like, you grew up around all black people, so you don't know. You grew up around all Mexicans. I grew up around everybody. People from around the world serve in the military, and people from around the military serve around the world. And I grew up with every one of them. I grew up in Fayetteville, and it was known at one time as the most multicultural and race-friendly city in the country. So I don't want to hear this. My homegirl grew up with me. She could say the N-word. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Not to put anybody out, but I'm about to go to work now, so I'll probably just try to
have a great day at work, Scotty.
All right, Scotty.
All right, see you later.
Have a good day.
All right, Scotty, buddy.
Why did you tell honey you came through?
I'm sorry.
Right to be told.
Every time, I'm sorry, because when Sherrod annoys the heck out of me. He says a lot of wrong stuff, and you guys be like, well, Sherrod, and I understand you guys have a friendship with him, so you don't want to bash him on cameras. I hope behind the scenes y'all really dragging him by every bit of follicles he got going on. But he wrong. He's wrong. He stood right there in front of y'all yesterday and said, oh, we're friends. That's my homegirl. And y'all said, don't cape for him, don't cape for her. Well, she's not right. And he's doing it under the guise that he's trying to save this show. You better save yourself. Don't align yourself with somebody everybody got a problem with. And who is wrong? If the person wasn't wrong, then you can be like, you know what, I got my friends back because people don't feel the same way. But she wrong. And you see how we still respecting her by using the she word? Even when she don't respect herself. Because like IB said, she go back and forth. I'm not playing this with her. She one of them white women that want to be a minority one day and a white woman the next day. I'm not doing this with her. I don't have the energy to figure out where she going to stand today, which turn I should make, because she's going to try to use it against us. They aired 2 scenes of her crying about him saying, cut off your peen. She had a whole radio interview about it.
And then I forgot to mention that in my review, that bitch, that motherfucking radio shit, all of that was some back and forth, and the shit that Lando King was talking about too. Like, girl, ooh, bless it not to be the COVID, okay? I swear, like, these girls, they sit up here and they try to twist and turn. Like, you went on a radio show to talk about an incident that you were also a part of, and your fuck shit, and you try to twist it all around. That's just what I wasn't here for in that show. Right. Her true character. That really fucked it up for me.
I mean, let me say this right to be told. Let me say this. I'm going to defend myself. I hear what you're saying, but like I told Sherrod yesterday, don't take them bullets that's not meant for you. I ain't taking no bullets that ain't meant for me.
Yeah, I heard you.
I don't coddle Sherrod. I told Sherrod publicly and privately. Now, what he chooses to do, that's his friend. He is in a precarious situation. That's his friend. That is his friend. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. El Teddy is my friend. I'm just going to use El Teddy as an example. Mm-hmm. El Teddy is my friend. And there have been times when people have come for El Teddy. Now, I might tell him privately how I feel, but I'm not going to do it publicly. So y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can feel how y'all want. I understand. Because Sherrod said she was wrong. He said she was wrong. I don't know what else y'all wanted him to do. I don't know what you want to. That's still his friend, and I'm sure that whatever conversations they've had privately, that's between the two of them privately. But publicly, publicly, Sherrod said she was wrong. I don't know what else you want from him.
When I realized, and I've had some really good friends, I have a lot of good friends as well. When I realized that my friends got bad characters, we can't be friends anymore. It's just the character of the person is a person that I wouldn't be friends with anymore.
Right, but that's his decision to make. I can't be mad at him.
And I don't have a problem with him being her friend. I have a problem with him caping for her.
I don't
know that there was any caping. I didn't, and I'm not trying to be a Sherrod apologist, but he did not come on, because he came on my channel yesterday.
Yeah, I watched you.
He did not. There was no caping for her. He didn't come on here saying, "Oh, we need to continue watching," or "we need to keep her on the show," or "y'all don't need to think that about." There was none of that. There was I need to have a conversation with her. She and I definitely, she is my friend, and this is a problem. That is what was said. There was no, "Oh, I don't like that people are canceling her." That was not even said. Oh,
I never heard him say it wasn't a problem. I heard him say that she is that she's a grown woman, and then he can't tell her what to say as a grown woman, and that she's not racist, and we just saw it wrong. I never heard him say it was a problem.
But he did,
and that I don't even see the problem with that. That is his truth. She is a grown woman. She definitely can, even if that's her friend. And the thing about it is, someone can make racist comments. Somebody can even, do something that's racist and may not be inherently all the way through a racist.
Exactly.
That's how it goes.
I think the problem where it lies with Sherrod is that, okay, so take this, and I know I'm giving my balanced ass's opinion, but I feel like when you're dealing with the show's perspective, like, we don't know these people. We don't know what they go through on the show. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
How these shows are being edited. We don't really know their relationship and the depth and breadth of their relationship. So this put Sherrod in like between a rock and a hard place. So who are we to judge these people? You know, we just review the show, have some shits and giggles. When it gets to the point where we're almost at 2.5 hours, it's just like, girl, it takes the joy out of it. But the conversation is needed because we're not going to continue to let people like this come into our space, appropriate the culture, and then deny the culture when it benefits them, and then try to accept us back by crying. Crying does nothing but furthermore, what are you crying for? Are you crying because you're really hurt? Or because you have real understanding now of the damage that you caused by using your word?
Yeah, I hear you right to be told, but you heard the part you wanted to hear, but he said everything you just said. He said all of that. And yes, he did say she's not a racist because, again, that's between him and I've said this, like, I'm going to use this as, I'm going to put it in the realm of a Donald Trump situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that everybody who voted for Donald Trump is a racist? No. But do I think that they're okay with racist shit? Yes. And so Sherrod, and again, I said this to Sherrod privately, I'll say it publicly. I told Sherrod that I had a problem with the fact that he was cool with her using the N-word. We had that whole conversation. Yes, bitch, he said it publicly on his platform. He said he didn't have a problem with it. I'm not gonna cancel him. I'm not gonna say, well, I ain't never speaking to him again. F him, da da da. We disagreed, and we disagreed hard. Okay, please understand that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to cancel him because overall, do I think that makes him a racist? No, or whatever. No, I don't. I don't agree, and we ain't going to never agree on that. We're never going to agree on that. So
I don't beat up on people who are okay with people saying the N-word. I do wonder if you feel like you can go say their words, but it's more so that she's displayed more behavior than just using the N-word. She's done more, and she's shown more than just that.
When you're using racist terminology such as the word lynching, that goes to show there may be a racist nature there. Now,
and when she bragged about being Mexican, like it was above being black, like it was a better status of being black in Atlanta. She has more than it's just more than the N-word with her.
I don't disagree with you. Listen, understand, I ain't defending shit about Delicious. I need you to be clear. I ain't defending shit, okay? So that's not even my point. And I'm not even really defending Sherrod, but I don't want this to turn into, we're going to bash Sherrod because of how he's handling a situation with his friend.
This doesn't really involve him. This is not his fight.
Yeah, and that's his
friend.
That's his friend.
No, I understand. And I also understand why he came on the channel yesterday. He has a lot of business opportunities he's looking for, and the more exposure he gets, the better. I understand. I just did not understand why he can do that without, in my opinion, escaping for it. He could do that without.
Would I still be friends with Delicious? It would depend on our history. But if she's somebody I just met, she's disposable. But if I don't know their history, I don't know what they've been through together.
He said they talk every day.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna be honest about the matter. I'm being real with all of y'all. I don't know their history. Listen, I have members of my family who voted for Trump. Am I supposed to cancel them? They're my family.
We would definitely have conversations.
Wait a minute. We've had conversations. We had knockdown, drag out fights.
Every time Trump did something, I'd be sending a text.
Please, no, I've been fighting with one family member. We've been fighting for 5 years.
She been going at it with some family members. I can tell you.
But at the end of the day, that person's been my family for many years. But that's a whole other. All I'm saying is, I'm reading the chat, I hear what you're saying, and you know right to be told, you my DMV homegirl, I love you. I'm not speaking for Sherrod. All I'm saying is, I can't tell that man who to be friends with.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. I do.
And I think one of the things, too, and I'm not going to say we're missing this, but I think there's a lot of subcultural nuances and generational nuances that take place with these with a lot of the terms when it comes to the word nigga and who can use it. So again, like where I'm from, that's just something that I grew up in foster care. There was not no like staple of everything. I grew up very diverse, a lot of different motherfuckers around me. Predominantly black though, at the same time. But some of the kids I grew up with in the hood that are white or Puerto Rican or of Spanish, that use the word. But it depends on from where I'm at least. It's all about context and how you're using something. But there is no context in how you use the word lynch. It's okay. There's that's cut dry, bitch. And at this point, I don't see where Delicious is going to come back from this at all.
I refuse to believe. There's nothing you're going to convince me. I don't care. And Redrick, you got me looking at you sideways too, because you're going to go with that. You're going to go with that one too, but you ain't know what the word meant. You're going to go with that one.
I don't buy that either. And you from Arkansas? Isn't he from like Arkansas?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah, he's from Arkansas.
You know that the education system in Arkansas ranks like in the bottom of the country.
I don't care where it ranks, but
call out the bond. And he was quick to call out the bond on his.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't think it has nothing to do with education system.
But I refuse to believe that in your lifetime you have not heard the word used and you don't know what the word is about. That I'm not buying. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you dropped out of school in the third grade.
It really is. I hate when people enter into the whole argument. Well, it's the education system's fault why they don't know. You don't even have to have gone to school to know what the word lynch means.
That's what I was saying. You always trying to cut me off.
Well, you know, when I was in school, and then we only had 4 pages of Black history. It started with the slaves, and then they went to the slaves being freed. Then they went to the Ku Klux Klan lynching, and then they went to Martin Luther King. So we only had 4 pages, and they definitely mentioned lynching in them 4 pages. So I'm sure nowadays we had 4 pages, you know, when I was in school. So I mean, and Delicious is 31. So I'm sure that, you know, unless she missed the one day of school they taught Black history, I don't understand how she missed that. Because that is definitely on page 3 of the 4 pages.
Yeah. I have a read for days, but I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Delicious, forgive me, baby, but maybe her and her family were running away from ICE during that time, and she missed that day of school.
Wait a minute.
Oh dear God.
I gotta go.
He gone.
I gotta go. I will talk to y'all later, but thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks, KL.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you, KL, for being. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh.
Now why you? Yes, bitch.
You done ran that man off. Let me just say, okay, if we're gonna stay there, you know that's what Akeem was chanting on his live last night, talking about some build the wall.
No,
he was chanting.
I can't think he better than the rest of the crew because he mentioned it one time in like a whole out of his 30 seconds on the whole show. No. And I love
that was my thing too. That was my thing too, right? So, like, I didn't speak up on it, but I said that too. I told everybody. I mean, it was very quick, but he did mention it. It was quick, but he did mention it.
He did.
But he went out last night and mentioned it too on live.
He mentioned a lot of stuff on his live last night.
I hope he kept it up.
And it was just funny at how all of the cast was like trying to reach everybody, trying to explain themselves, hitting me up, DMing me, like, listen, this, that, and this. And I said, I hear what all of y'all are saying, but at the end of the day, I just don't feel like I want to be involved in nothing like that. I just don't. Mm-hmm. It's to me, it's
Can
not working.
Lonnie back on? I feel like a good skull dragon. Can Lonnie come back on?
That bitch.
Like, drag Lonnie so bad in the chat with using the word "tooken," trying to drag us using the word "tooken." Sit yourself down. Tooken. He said something like, "Y'all, the way y'all took it." The first one he was trying to use "taken," And I know he got that squiggly red line that said it's the wrong spelling because YouTube is everything. And we'll tell you when you're spelling something wrong. So the fact that you ignored that and thought that cooking was still a word, we're not trying to hear anything he got to say. And I want to just say,
did kind of have an androgynous voice. It could be delicious on
well, let me tell you something delicious. Let me tell you something delicious slash Lonnie. When let me tell delicious slash Lonnie something. When Delicious used those derogatory words, it was not in the middle of a fight. It was not in the middle of a fight when she was saying this. When he said, she was going back and forth and you say whatever you have to say during the fight, she wasn't fighting with anybody when she said the word lynch. So shut up.
That's true.
Do you have a camera?
No.
Well, I blocked Lonnie, so if you want him back, you gonna have to unblock him. I blocked him.
He's blocked. Oh, okay, because really be. I know you. I was wondering how long you gonna let them live, because you know you have
I was gonna block him when Cast Me Out put him in timeout. So I said, okay, Cast Me Out put him in timeout. But when he came back and he started that bullshit again, I blocked him. I said, we don't have the energy for that today, no ma'am.
No, I'm above anybody who thinks cooking is a word. As long as it took me to realize cooking was never a word. No, you will not. No, you will not.
The movie would, instead of being taken, it would have been called Tookin'.
Tookin's not a word. Shookin' is shookin' a word. No. You know what? Let me just tell you something.
And took. It's no tookin'. You took. It's no tookin'.
Well,
No, I'm just saying.
No, you're right. I
always think on that Devon slang, honey. She was on that Devon slang. That was a nasty piece of Devon slang. That's what that was.
Yeah. He doesn't use the words correctly either. He keeps using them, and nobody's correcting him either. I want somebody to walk around with a dictionary.
I can't listen.
Well, like the dictionary app.
A resident English teacher, I cannot watch Devon. I can't. As a regular resident English teacher, I just can't. I can't. I cannot.
My degree is in English too.
You know I love you, girl, but. Yeah,
I understand.
No,
it's just a whole side note. It always makes me cringe when I hear people from Florida use the word "stunt." Stunt is not a word, and I know y'all trying to say that's not a word. That's not a word. No, sir, it's not a word.
I mean, I don't want to. There's a whole genre and there's a whole body or part of the dictionary for colloquialism, and I'm okay with that. But certain things are beneath even colloquialism, and I'm just
that's not a word. There's nothing called you sent me a package. But that's not a word.
I sent you a package.
No,
I sent you a package. That's how y'all ain't gonna give me too much.
Let me tell you, it's me. When people don't use the right pronoun, not the right pronoun. Well, it'll tell you fix it. When people like, is you? What he said? Oh God! I can't stand when people be like, wait, well, what it is when they use is wrong. Oh.
No, I know how to talk right. Sometimes I just like to dumb it down. Sometimes be thinking about.
I don't have a problem with colloquialism. I'm with you, yes, bitch. I don't have a problem with colloquialism, but know how to code switch when you get in public. Okay.
But here's the thing. Here's the difference with Lonnie. Lonnie wrote out the word "tookin." You're not having a conversation. You wrote out the word "tookin." Now, when you write the word "stunt," you write SENT. You know it ain't SUNT. You can say what you want to say, but you know that's not what you spell it.
But this is what I want to say too. Like when you're given an opportunity to come on and you want to speak your opinion about something, it's all about how you enter the room. You have to be respectful,
right?
And you have to be cognizant of the attitudes in the building. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come on here and just be rah 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 and go straight to the jugular.
Right.
If you really want to be heard, if you have a real thought that you want people to count and pay attention to and actually get something out of what it is you're trying to say, then try your best to come off correct. And I don't think that Lonnie Looney, whatever her name is, I don't think anything actually. Never mind.
Yeah, because even though we couldn't see her, the way she said it, I'm more than sure she was at the screen like, well, how can y'all sit up here and try to, like, that's the way it came off to me. Even though I ain't see it. That's why I said, get this nondescript bitch off of here. I don't want to hear nothing this whole guy say.
I was listening. I was listening to Lonnie, and I didn't have a problem with Lonnie on the screen. Although she or he caused a huge argument with everybody. But but she was wrong. He was wrong because Delicious was not saying those things in the heat of a battle at all. That he wasn't fighting with it when he was using the N-word. Charlie was all out there in the middle of the street, somewhere on the sidewalk. Y'all was in the back there when you started rapping the word. When you used the word lynch, you wouldn't. Who was you fighting with when you used the word lynch? I would like to know. So that's why I'm like, Lonnie, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's not what happened.
And if we want to go, and I might be reaching, but since we're gonna throw it all in the bag, we might as well think of symbolism. You as a white-looking woman, no matter you're Mexican or not, a white-looking saying that you bent over a black boy and fucked him. What does that say?
But you want us to respect you
with the same penis you don't want to address them.
Historically, what does that argument even think about? When the white slave masters were during the shipping, they called them what? Bucking, I believe is the term was.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Bucking, I believe the term.
No, buck breaking. Buck breaking.
And so immediately when all this is happening, I'm like, girl. And then I go back to you talking about you bent this boy, knowing damn well you ain't bending shit over, bitch. Someone's bending you over, honey. Okay? Let's just be real. The fact that you're
like I just don't believe it. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of people that believed her story, but I just don't believe it. I don't. Like, I just can't see Charlie being so desperate. He like, I want some dick. Well, let me go ahead and call Delicious, get her a nasty piece of 50, come over here and bust it open and spread it wide. Like, I don't see it. I mean, it was four.
That's the part that made me say, "Oh, you putting 20 on 10." Because when she said she screwed him, okay, maybe I don't know. But then you say he paid for it. Now, see, now we know you lying. Oh, I don't. Where did this
see it for Charlie like that on that level? But I can already tell he is not going to call Delicious late in the midnight hour for a motherfucking dick.
Right. I don't believe it.
That ain't his type. Queen wants a king, honey.
Let me shut up. Shut up, El Teddy. Just shut
up. Burns has a question for y'all.
Wait, see how I just looked at myself? Case in point.
Beyond Burns has a question for the Justice League.
What is the question?
I mean, what's the question?
A question for the entire panel. Why not send a real message to the production and boycott? Stop reviewing. We did, honey. We had KL on, honey. John knows the tea already. Shit. They know.
Yeah, we did that already.
I must say I started reviewing the show a month ago. Y'all haven't seen no reviews.
Yeah, we already. I was already at that point. I already stopped reviewing the show.
And to be honest,
I'm at the point where I won't watch. That's where I'm at.
Honest with you, more specifically, I enjoy the conversation piece that can be broken off in situations like this.
Right.
That's the reason I'm even still here, to be honest, because 2 episodes. I was like, child, and then it gave me something that I wanted to break down and have more dialogue about. That's what I do over here. But they'll be okay, and they know.
Review I did was my last baby.
And let me tell you
what you're doing when you put a disclaimer in the beginning of your show and a broad-ass social awareness campaign at the end of your show. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Even if I were home, I would be watching Greenleaf and not whatever they gonna have, a job or whatever that's gonna be. And when I do get home late tonight for work, I am gonna watch Greenleaf and not be the fuck bothered with what the fuck they got going on. Now, I would definitely come on here and dialogue with the rest of my Justice League members and have the conversation and things like that. But I'm definitely not gonna be giving these people my click and view no more, because I cannot support people who proliferate things that are the whole reason why we have a whole system of systematic oppression in these yet to be United States of America.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a lot. Guys, I gotta go to bed.
I was gonna say I have to go too. I enjoy speaking with y'all each and every time.
This is cute. I appreciate you coming out and sharing with us.
It was good. They said we need to make you an honorary member, right? To be told. You was getting them together.
I told you before, really, B. I said, girl, I be dragging them in my hand. I told you that before. I do enjoy these shows. I enjoy watching all of you review the shows, and I appreciate you letting me come on today and speak. I got to get back, some stuff got to go up. I work for DHS, so we got to send some stuff up. So talk to y'all later.
All right.
All right. Bye. Bye.
Don't you have to get ready to go to work, El Teddy?
I do. I'm gonna be leaving in a little bit, probably in about an hour or so.
T, you want to work today?
I do. Oh, I don't
know. Not today. Not today. The rest of the week, yeah. But I was lucky to get the day off.
Okay. All right. And you need to go to bed, sir.
I do. Y'all too. Will y'all stay back with me real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
I hear what you said.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming through and with all the questions, all of the everything that you guys had towards this topic of conversation. I really do appreciate it. The chat was extremely engaging, and I enjoy conversation pieces like this. It gives us an opportunity to peel back the layers of a lot of issues, and whether we leave here agreeing or agreeing to disagree, at least a conversation was had, and hopefully someone got something out of it at the end of the day. Right to be told, I appreciate you coming through, Boo, and sharing your thoughts on the matter. Looney, Ronnie, sorry girl, it just didn't work out. Better luck next time. KL, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your thoughts as well. You're always welcome over here, Boo. Love you, love you, love you. And that's it, everybody. Anything else before we get off here, guys?
Nah.
All right, make sure you guys.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
We have been taken.
Yes.
Look at that. Yes, God, honey. A shout out to the rest of the Justice League members. Scotty by Nature TV came through. The Cats Me Out was working, but he was in the chat, honey. Also working. Amen to the gods, honey. Military 27 official, really BTV, giving you the real tea, and Eddie Reviews, honey. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We love you. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be blessed and never stressed. Bye.